You see, the first 5 years of a child's life is regarded as the formative years. This is because there is a whole lot that your child can learn in the first 5 years of their lives. In most cases, children might not even start school until they are at the age of 2 or 3, and some even wait till 4 or 5, depending on the country that you are residing. Now, it is important to note that while you're waiting for the school to be able to play their part, there's a whole lot that you can do with your children in the first 5 years of their lives to support learning and development in these early years. Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Anoluwa from Michael-Ayeni. I'm an early years educator and a phonics and diction expert. And on this channel, I share phonics and diction tips as well as early childhood education tips. If you're new here, please be sure to hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell so you can be notified when my videos come up. Now let's talk about how you can support your child's learning and development in the early years of their lives. Now, the first thing you want to do is to create a rich learning environment even while you're at home. Now, in cases where your child has not started school or your child maybe has started school, you should know that the teachers cannot do everything on their own. It is even possible that your child goes to daycare or a nursery where they are being catered to while the parents have to work. It is important that whatever the situation might be, whether the child has started school or the child goes to daycare or the child is already in a nursery, whatever the case is, it is important that you still create a rich learning environment for your child. Now, this does not necessarily mean you create a homeschool corner. It simply means an environment that supports learning, an environment where your child sees books, where your child has access to toys that are actually educational, an environment where your child is being communicated to from time to time, an environment that supports critical thinking, problem solving, an environment that allows them to do things for themselves without everything being done for them. This is a kind of environment that will enable your child to become a critical thinker, that will enable your child to be able to problem solve, that will enable your child to be independent, to be self-reliant when it comes to packing up after themselves, tying their shoelaces when they are able to, fixing puzzles, answering questions, thinking deeply before they give answers. An environment such as this will enable your child to understand what it means to learn and also to grow academically. This can also be an environment where your child sees books being read to them from time to time, particularly bedtime stories. This kind of environment will allow your child to build up their listening skills and also develop their comprehension. So it is important that you create a rich learning environment for your child where he or she can get to understand the importance of learning, communicating, thinking, and being independent as they grow older. Now, the second thing is to talk to your child from time to time. Now, oftentimes you find parents who are actually giving the information without particularly waiting for the child to respond. It is important that you build up conversations with your child. So you're not just talking at them, you are actually talking to them. Talk to them at their own age level. This does not mean that you're coming to talk to them about politics or you're coming to talk to them about your day at work. It can be simple sentences such as, did you have a good day? Would you like to play? Should we go outside? Let's go on the slide. And when they are able to respond, you prompt them to use sentences and not words. Of course, they will start with words. They will start with yes and no, because that's the fastest response they would learn. But as they grow older, you can start to help them to build up their vocabulary, to expand their responses. Yes, I want to play. Good job. Would you like to go outside? Yes, I want to go outside, mommy. Fantastic. You constantly encourage and celebrate every effort they make, and then you go on to expand their vocabulary by teaching them new ways to respond, by teaching them new words that they can use, and by also modeling to them how you want them to respond. You can start to talk to them in that manner and model the kind of response you want for them. So it is important that you build up conversations with your child. Even at times when you are reading a bedtime story, ask questions, provide them with the answers, and from time to time they understand how their answers should go. And remember, the more stories you read to them, the more vocabulary they also learn, and then you are also expanding their comprehension level, because they not only get to listen to you, but they are also getting to picture the stories, build up their creativity and their imagination with the different pictures that your stories get to paint in their head. So yes, this is also a good way for your children to learn new words, and from time to time they know how to respond and join in your conversations fluently. Let me also add that while you're asking your child questions, as they grow older, be sure to ask them open-ended questions. Not all the time should you say, would you want to go outside, where their answers can only be yes or no. Sometimes you can ask, how would you feel about this? What do you like about it? So that way, they also get to think about their own responses and what exactly they like about certain things and what they do not like. So from time to time, while you're asking these questions, you're also helping them to identify what they like and to differentiate from what they do not like, and you're getting to hear their own preferences, their own opinions about certain things, no matter how small. Encourage them in this back and forth conversation. It will help your child to know what they like and what they do not like, and while you're doing this, you're also building up their confidence as well as their communication skills. Next, encourage creative play. Play is a form of learning. Play is the way that children learn. And to us, it might just seem like play, but to them, they are building up creativity, they are building up confidence, they are building up vocabulary, like we said earlier, problem solving, resilience, self-dependence. All of these can be learned through play. So of course, it is important that you encourage creative play. Creative play with peers, creative play with siblings, creative play with friends or with neighbors that they can have around them. Even if your child has not started school, it is important that you start by organizing short play dates or a form of social interaction. It is important that they learn to socialize with others. From these activities, they tend to understand what it is to socialize with others, how to interact. They also know how to take turns, how to share. They also learn to solve problems in cases where they have to build blocks, where they have to solve puzzles, age-appropriate ones, I must say. Now, when you get to do all of these, you're helping your child to engage in play. However, they are not just playing, they are actually learning. It is also important that you give room for both free play, where they get to decide on what they want to do, how they want to play, using whatever might be around them, maybe the natural resources like leaves and sticks and stones in the outside, or the things inside like the tables and the chair and the pillows, where they pretend to build their own trains, where they pretend to make cars, where they pretend that they are rock stars and singing. All of these are ways through which they can play. So it can be through free play, where they choose, or through guided play, where you provide the resources that they need to use. Whatever form of play it is, note that play is also a form of learning. As they use their creativity and imagination to invent things, they are learning that things can be made through a number of materials. They are bringing different things together. They are naming, they are identifying, they are talking talking about it. They are describing it. They're getting to use their words. They're getting to use their ideas, bringing their own thoughts to life. And of course, they're getting to move around, which is also helping their physical development. And yes, they are interacting, social development. They are building up emotional skills from the different things that might happen while they are playing, the ones that are good, the ones that are not so good. So yes, there's also a form of emotional development. So as much as possible, encourage creative play. Next, build up a routine and be consistent with it. Children thrive when there is structure in place. So let them understand what happens when you wake up in the morning. Is it bath time, after which we have playtime and pack up time? Whatever structure it is that you're able to create due to your own schedule, ensure that you are consistent with it. Let the child know what you're about to do. So no matter how little they are, talk to them about it. Okay, so now you're done eating, time for us to take a nap. Now come, mommy will sing you a song and then you can sleep. When you wake up, we'll have lunch and then we'll read a story together. So talk to them about it, no matter how small they are. They hear you, they might not fully understand, but as time goes on, as they grow older, they tend to understand that this is what will happen next, after which we will get to do this. So build up that routine and be consistent with it. From time to time, talk to them about what it is they are doing next, so that as they grow older, they also understand what happens after I am done eating. Okay, I need to pack up. What happened after my nap time? Okay, I need to have my lunch. I need to go and prep for outdoor play. Whatever structure you can find for your child, be sure to stick to it and let them understand what happens next. It also helps when the child understands what needs to be done and they are also able to support in their own little way, because they understand what needs to be done at every given time. Of course, we know that there will be days when we cannot stick to those routines because of certain unplanned activities, could be a health reason, or even some family events. It is understandable, and it is okay to let the child know that certain activities will change. When your children understand the routine, it doesn't mean that it should always be the same way every day. It is important to note that the routine might not always go as planned, but this does not mean that we still should not have one. Next, be your child's biggest cheerleader. It is good to know that positive reinforcement goes a long way when it comes to a child's learning and development. And it doesn't matter whether you give them little time or a lot of time. Whatever amount of time you're able to devote to working and supporting them, be sure to always cheer them. Be sure to always encourage them. Be sure to always praise that little effort that you see. Wow, you packed up your plate nicely. Good job. I am so proud of you. Let them know how much that means to you. Next time, they're trying to do much more than just packing up their plate. So from time to time, encourage them. Good job. You closed the book nicely. I love that. When we're done reading, we close our book nicely. We don't tear them. We don't handle them roughly. From time to time, prompt, encourage, celebrate when they get it right. There are days where they might not do exactly what they need to do. This is where your continuous prompt and reminders come in. Let them know what they have done wrong, but also celebrate when they do, even if it is just a little bit right, because that positive reinforcement will encourage them to want to do a lot more next time. And finally, for children who have started maybe daycare or nursery or formal school, it is important you work with the teachers. The teachers cannot do it all without your support. It is important that you communicate your child's likes, your child's preferences, your child's strength, and every noticeable progress that you observe. Be sure to communicate with the teachers. Let them know how much more they can support your child within the school. A number of times, children spend much more time at home than in school. when we consider the holidays, when we consider the weekends, most children spend more time at home than school. So give the teachers the support that you can give them. Give them information from time to time, and don't forget to ask them questions. Your child might have a different personality at home and a different personality in school. Ask questions. How was he in school? What areas is he thriving in? What challenges is he having? How does he relate with his peers? Ask these questions so you know what more you might be able to do, or so you know how to give them feedback if you think your child is able to do a lot more than they have seen in the school. The early years is a crucial part of the children's development, so it is important that both school and home partner for the growth of the child. It is not and never to be a competition. Everyone involved in the child's life needs to be able to work together for the success of the child. I hope that you have enjoyed watching this video. Please be sure to give us a thumbs up or drop a comment if you have any questions or any observation that you might have from working with your child at home. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next video.